I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the former Duke national champion. Hasn't paid for a meal in Durham, North Carolina since 2002. It's Jay Williams.
Nor do I plan on paying for a meal anytime soon, my man. But you know what? Free food out here for these guys on the court tonight. They're ready to eat. Let's check out the action.
Jay, I have the tab the next time. Let's do this. The San Antonio Spurs control the tap. To DeRozan. DeJounte Murray. And that one out of bounds off a Spur. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Kawhi Leonard up against DeRozan. Has a chance, and he scores. Unguardable, Jay.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Spurs in possession. DeJounte Murray. Down low, Aldridge. Nice pass to set things up.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Leonard. Has a look. Leonard's shot won't go down.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
DeRozan in a matchup with Harkless. Knocks it down off the step back.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
George matched up with DeRozan. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Whoops, that won't go. DeMar DeRozan with the basketball. Trying to cash in. DeMar DeRozan. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Aldridge to Murray. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. To Harkless. Leonard. Short jumper won't go down. San Antonio with the basketball. Leonard. Strong finish for Paul George.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Murray with the basketball. Leads a bucket. Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. So the Spurs keep the basketball. DeJounte Murray to DeRozan. From the outside, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Murray into the front court. He'll run the offense. Has a chance. DeMar DeRozan. 3 for 4. Good start.
And that footwork was absolutely off the charts. Just that space, splash.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Probing the defense. Harkless to Paul George. Not that time.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
To Aldridge. Knocked loose. DeJounte Murray sets him up. Even to Zubac. Rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Beverly into the front court. The score 10-8. The screen sets him up for 2.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Beverly to George. Almost. Unlucky bounce. San Antonio ball. DeJounte Murray. Nothing going here on that drive. DeRozan to Murray. Here comes the screen. DeRozan. And it's Zubac with the rebound. Oh, bad pass taken away by the Spurs.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Off the assist.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Beverly into the front court. It's 12-10. To Harkless. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul George. He's now 4 for 6.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
DeRozan. A tough shot. Hand in his face. He makes them pay.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Beverly into the front court. The score, 14-all. To Paul George. Beverly. They get it to George. Down low. Throws it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Beverly to George. Has a look. And he hits. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
5 to shoot for San Antonio. Scores from the post.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
Kawhi Leonard, defended by DeMar DeRozan. George knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Spurs have it. DeJounte Murray to DeRozan. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Beverly into the front court. Leads just a point. George to Leonard. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Mills in possession. They trail by 1. DeRozan against Paul George. To Patty Mills. Down to 5 on the 24 to Patty Mills. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Patty Mills. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 84% free throw shooter. First one, count it. And he makes them both. Clippers have the basketball. George picked up by DeRozan. Now a pass stolen by the Spurs. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
And scores.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Great pass to set it up. Got it.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Beverly. To Paul George. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out.
That's called a heat check right there. Surprised he missed that one. That was an open look.
He was hacked. They let it go. Beverly into the front court. Down 3. To George. Oh, bad pass. Taken away by the Spurs. Rudy Gay to DeRozan. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Beverly to Paul George. Leonard. Now a pass stolen by the Spurs. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. To George. Shot clock winding down. It's PG for 2. Paul George. He's unconscious. 75%. DeRozan with the basketball. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Paul George to Leonard. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
DeRozan against George. Paul George swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Beverly to Paul George. They'll get it down to Green. Leonard. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
20-footer at the buzzer. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy. We're through one at Staples Center with the Clippers on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Second quarter set to begin. Some impressive shooting numbers. Jay, is that good offense, or is it, dare we say, bad defense?
If anything on this game, Ed, you have to expect the unexpected. When players have range that extend outside the gymnasium, oh, we're going to get a chance to watch something special.
Right now, San Antonio's possession. To Patty Mills. DeRozan. To Rudy Gay. Nothing going here on that drive. Trying to cash in. Wide open look. Won't go.
I hate that that one didn't go down. You'd much rather go into half with a tie ball game than having a deficit.
Williams. They'll get it down to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Old school equals high percentage.
Mills in possession. Down 4. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Down low for Leonard. Able to convert inside.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Kawhi Leonard, defended by the UConn product. Knocks it down off the step back.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Spurs in possession. DeRozan to Patty Mills. Sizing up the defense. To Leonard. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Kawhi Leonard trying to cash in on the 3-point play. He's struggled so far. The free throw good as he completes the 3-point play, and the lead is up to 9. DeRozan with it. Looking to make something happen. Has a chance. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Easy path to the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Spurs will take the timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Montrezl Harrell sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To DeRozan. Had a chance, but it's no good.
Hands up.
To Leonard. Great feed. Lou Williams. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
San Antonio with the basketball. Going to launch beyond the arc. And the rebound taken by the Clippers. Leonard goes to the left side. To Leonard. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Williams into the front court. The lead is 15. Leonard knocks it down from mid-range. DeRozan with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Has a look. Hand in his face, still hits. You don't see that very often.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
To Williams. Jakob Poeltl with a piece.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Nice finish at the rim. Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. George matched up with Bellinelli. To Williams. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Even to Zubac. Huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
To Harkless. Leonard. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
San Antonio ball. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Leonard to Harkless. Williams to Leonard. Turns and slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Williams. To Leonard. And scores. Strong take.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
5 seconds to shoot. Trying to cash in. And the rebound taken in by Williams. It's LA Clippers ball. Williams to Leonard. Williams. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Scores from the post.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Williams across the timeline. His guys leading by 14. To Leonard. Williams. And he drains it. We get a whistle and a timeout as they will get together and talk things over. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. And the rebound taken down by the Clippers. To George. Tough make through traffic.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Spurs have it. DeJounte Murray. The Spurs with 4 on the shot clock. For 3, can't connect. To Paul George. To Leonard.
Come here.
Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
And a lot of passers usually have their head on the swivel, but ultimately, either you have a feel for the game or you don't.
To Aldridge. Can't connect. Beverly into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Leonard to George. Lets it fly from long range. Misfires. It's no good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Right now, San Antonio's possession. DeJounte Murray to Aldridge. Short jumper won't fall. Beverly into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Leonard to Beverly. Knocked loose. Beverly. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. 24-second violation. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. DeJounte Murray. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
They'll get it down to Leonard. Ah, the monster stuff. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
DeJounte Murray. And scores.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
I'm here. I got ball. Let's go.
Kawhi Leonard matched up with DeRozan to Harkless. Leonard. Whoa, what a finish.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
17-footer at the buzzer. It's good at the buzzer. Nice finish and more cash in the bank as we've hit the break. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Clippers certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Spurs did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. Have a look at the leading scorers for the San Antonio Spurs.
Game track. Assists.
The San Antonio Spurs struggled to play the angles, and it allowed too many passing lanes to exist. However, some credit has to go to their opponents for the way they move the ball. They've been taking advantage of this situation.
Player of the half.
Kawhi Leonard and his court IQ were on display as he delivered the ball, putting his teammates in a position to score the basketball. His timing was impeccable.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Beverly. Oh, bad pass. Taken away by the Spurs.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
DeMar DeRozan at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw good, so they get the three-point play, but it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. LA Clippers with the basketball. Leonard to Beverly. Leonard. Textbook defense. To DeRozan. Nothing going here on that drive. DeRozan. 4-3. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Harkless to Leonard. Here comes the screen.
Here we go. Cut. Coming through.
Baseline drive, the shot won't fall.
When I hear these excuses after games, when coaches are at podium saying, it's hard for us to find our energy back, we couldn't find our aggression back, I wonder whose fault that is, Coach.
Kawhi Leonard sends it away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Rebound.
To DeRozan. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go. Clippers have the basketball. Leonard to Harkless. Takes stock of the floor. Beverly to Harkless. Paul George, 4-2. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. LaMarcus Aldridge tips it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
DeJounte Murray. To DeRozan. Nothing going here on that drive. That's going to get out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
DeRozan and it's Zubats with the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court edge, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
George to Leonard. Now a pass stolen by the Spurs. Kawhi Leonard able to recover with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Beverly to Williams.
Hey, you got the screen right.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
It's DeRozan.
Defense, let's go.
To Murray. Here comes the screen. DeJounte Murray here against Harkless. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Williams. The pass set it all up.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
DeRozan with it. Down a bundle. DeJounte Murray to DeRozan. Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. He's 3 for 7.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Oh, bad pass taken away by the Spurs. DeRozan to Murray. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
DeJounte Murray, couple of free throws on the way. A career 70% free throw shooter. Misses the first. Good bounce back. Hits his second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Paul George to Beverly. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Lou Williams trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Murray with it. He'll run the offense. DeRozan here against Tarkless. DeJounte Murray to Aldridge. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
George. DeRozan with the basketball. His guys down big to Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. With that, he's 5 for 9.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
Williams into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Paul George. Williams to George. Here's a chance from long range. That one off the mark. It's no good. It's DeRozan controlling the offense. To Aldridge. Short jumper won't go down. To Paul George. Williams.
Light him up, light him up. He's flashing, bump him.
Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Patty Mills. And that one out of bounds off a spur. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Williams across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead. Nothing going here on that drive. Kawhi Leonard defended by DeMar DeRozan to Williams. LA with 4 to shoot. Williams. Here's Leonard for 2. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
And the tenacity of this game has been set from the jump ball. When guys lined up for it, I mean, you saw the bumping, the pushing, the shoving going on. Guys weren't giving up that space. They let him know nothing was going to be easy this evening.
The drive, right to the basket, right down Broadway, 4-2.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Leonard to Beverly. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Williams' shot won't go. DeJounte Murray to Aldridge. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. Williams to Harkless. Down low for Leonard. And finishes strong.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
DeRozan. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Harkless. Has a look. Shot by Zubats, off the mark.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
The pass taken away by the Clippers. Leonard to Williams. Beverly to Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Trying to cash in. Lou Williams. He's now 5 for 6.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
DeMar DeRozan with the basketball. Down low, Aldridge. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. Now the Clippers call a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this 3rd quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Beverly to Williams. To Beverly. LA with 4 to shoot. Shot clock violation. To Aldridge. From the painted area, won't go down. To Williams. Jakob Poeltl pins it. Out of bounds. Last touch by Jakob Poeltl. Williams. Off the assist.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes two of us.
To Aldridge. To Michael Green with the block. Has a chance. No good. No daylight. Great defense. 3 quarters complete. It's been all Clippers so far. It's the Spurs with the basketball as we begin the 4th quarter, and they've really had very little go right for them on either end of the floor.
Remember that old line, your attitude determines your altitude? Well, when you see dejected faces on the sideline, that poor body language gave you an impression that they had no chance to win this game.
And he's going to the line to shoot.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. Spurs in possession to Patty Mills. Nothing going here on that drive. To Patty Mills. 5 to shoot for San Antonio. Fires the 3 off the mark. To Williams. Here comes the screen. Williams. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Won't go down. Patty Mills. Driving right to the basket. JaMychal Green snatching it out of the air.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
San Antonio with the basketball. JaMychal Green rejects it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Patty Mills snares the rebound. Oh, he missed a short one there. He'll get it down low to Harrell. Able to convert inside.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Beyond the arc for three. And it's Williams there for the rebound. And count the basket inside. Now a whistle. San Antonio is going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Has a look. And he hits.
Ooh, is there a medic in the house? You need to get those ankles retaped ASAP.
It's LA Clippers ball. Probing the defense. Magruder matched up with Pirtle. Trying to cash in. That's rebounded by San Antonio. Mills in possession. Down a bundle. Here comes the screen. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here we go. Here we go.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Oh, with the foul, and a chance coming up at the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
And he connects on the first free throw. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Beverly into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Harkless up against DeRozan. Here comes the screen. LA with 4 to shoot. Beverly. Patrick Beverly is going to get 3 shots here. For his career, 76% from the line. First free throw is good. Second of 3 is good. Three for 3. Nice. DeRozan with it. His guys down big. To Murray.
Left, 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 left.
Has a chance. DeRozan with a shot off the mark. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Harkless, picked up by DeRozan. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Has a look. Add 2 points to the board.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw up and good. It's a 3-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Harkless. The drive right to the basket. Can't connect. Shot was forced. Murray into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Rudy Gay. DeRozan. Trying to cash in. Oh, looks like everyone's getting into the action.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Beverly.
Hey, watch the screen left. No, he can't guard you up here.
To Harkless. Nothing going here on that drive. And he buries it.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
San Antonio ball. DeJounte Murray to Rudy Gay. Beverly to George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Lays it up and in.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Paul George to Beverly. Harkless.
Watch Cutter. Watch Cutter. Watch Cutter.
Has a chance. Knocks it down from mid-range. Spurs will take the timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
George matched up with Derek White. That's rebounded by the Spurs.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
DeRozan to Rudy Gay. DeRozan matched up with Paul George. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Here comes the screen to Beverly. Offensive rebound. Hat-trick Beverly. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
DeJounte Murray to Rudy Gay. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. The pass taken away by the Clippers. To Harkless. George. Good look that time, but off the mark. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball. Wait, I'm sorry. You get paid how much money to miss shots like that? That can't happen.
To Paul George. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. George on the drive, but his shot misses.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off two legs and expect the contact.
He'll get it down low to Harrell. Oh, emphatic slam. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Cruises inside for two.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Beverly to George. He'll get it down low to Harrell. Nice pass to get things going.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
To DeRozan. The Spurs with 4 on the shot clock. DeRozan, and it's Harrell who comes away with the rebound.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers were merciless in this game. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Spurs seemed to give up on this game as it got more challenging.
And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a players-only meeting in their future.
Check out the leading scores for the San Antonio Spurs.
Game track. Assists.
The Los Angeles Clippers showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard gets rewarded for the way he provided his teammates with plenty of easy baskets. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.
It's the Celtics with the ball as we start this fourth quarter. And this game's been everything we could have hoped for. All tied up after 3.
This is what happens when you have winners on both sides. People who are not willing to give up and will continue to scrape and claw to get themselves in a position to win this ballgame.
Working the outside. Fires the 3. Can't connect. It's no good. Parker into the front court. All even here in the fourth. Cousins to Wall. Good defense. He had nowhere to go. The result, jump ball. They're set to jump it up to see who gets possession. DeMarcus Cousins. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Ball's controlled by Boston. From long range. Can't connect. Parker with it. The lead is 2. Cruises inside for 2.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Rondo into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Around the perimeter. Here's a chance from long range. Great defense, forcing the miss. Parker into the front court. Looking to make something happen. That is great vision to set it up. And the finish at the rim.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
A lot of contact, no whistle.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Curling inside. Udonis Haslem sends it away.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Wall. And Cousins is fouled. Boogie going to the line. He's going to shoot 2. DeMarcus Cousins has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 73%. And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Celtics have it. Thomas. Shot clock winding down. Beyond the arc for 3. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. to Wall. Won't go down.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Into the front court comes Wall. His team on top by 8. From the outside, no good. Knocked loose. Spurs have it. Wall. From the painted area, won't go down. Thomas with the basketball. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Isaiah Thomas. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
San Antonio ball. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Isaiah Thomas against the 5-time All-Star. Isaiah Thomas, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Ooh, is there a medic in the house? You need to get those ankles retaped ASAP.
John Wall goes to work off the mark. To Thomas. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Oh, whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Parker to Wall. Short jumper misses. Fires the 3. That's rebounded by San Antonio. Parker with it. Leads 3. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
I'm pretty sure I saw that move earlier in the game. I can't believe he fell for it again.
To Thomas. For 3. The rebound taken by San Antonio. Parker into the front court. Leads 5. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Thomas. Here comes the screen. Thomas. For 3. Oh, they could have really used that one, but the shot's no good. San Antonio with the basketball. Down low, Boogie. It's Boston with the rebound. Flushes it home.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Parker with it. Up by 3. Shot from in close, no good. To Thomas. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, they could have really used that one, but the shot's no good. Count the bucket for 2.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Play is stopped. Timeout Boston. But this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence. Time for some new personnel into the game. Rondo up against John Wall. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Right now, San Antonio's possession. Parker to Wall. And look out.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Timeout Boston. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game. Rondo against the former #1 pick. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, they could have really used that one, but the shot's no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And a pass stolen by Boston. Fires the 3. Oh, they could have really used that one, but the shot's no good. Here's the call. Intentional foul. Referee all over it.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
Referees called it. That was intentional.
In the 80s, that might have been a personal, but regardless, it had the same impact. You just injected a little life into your squad just when they needed it.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. They'll let one fly from half court. It's the Spurs who are victorious as they take care of business at home. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone. It's the Celtics with the ball as we start this fourth and final quarter. And this game's been everything we could have hoped for. All tied up after 3.
This is what happens when you have winners on both sides. People who are not willing to give up and will continue to scrape and claw to get themselves in a position to win this ballgame.
Into the front court, it's Wall. His group now down 2. To Parker. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
John Wall trying to cash in on the 3-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Count the free throw as well. Into the front court comes Rondo. His guys now down by a point. From long range. No good. To Cousins. Oh, emphatic slam.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Udonis Haslem tips it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Udonis Haslem. Here's a chance from long range. Yes! Three-pointer is good.
I got to be real here. I think he was the only one expecting to shoot that shot. The crowd, the coaching staff, every other player on the court, and myself, all of our mouths are left wide open right now.
Wall across the timeline. All tied up, just underway in this fourth quarter. Has a look. The jumper's off the mark. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Parker into the front court. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. And there's the whistle. Neither player giving up an inch. We have a tie-up. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. And scores. Strong take.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Wall into the front court. Down 4. Here comes the screen. Wall. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Now pass stolen by the Spurs.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Tight space with the crossover. Celtics come away with it. Beyond the arc for 3. Offensive rebound. Terrence Ross swats it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Nice pass to set things up. Can't miss those. The follow won't go either. Here comes the screen. Off the assist.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Here comes the screen. Active hands to stay with it. We'll get a jump. Substitution being made in this one. Fires the 3. That one off the mark. It's no good. And count the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Wall with it up top. The deficit is 6. Gets it in the left corner. Easy path to the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Step through to get to the basket.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes 2 of us.
Trying to cash in. Tony Parker. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
4-3. Textbook defense. Celtics have it. Bad pass taken away by the Spurs. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
Terrence Ross, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 79% at the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. knocks down the second after missing the first. Here's Rondo with it. Looking to make something happen. Count the basket inside.
To finish, just like that.
Spurs in possession. Screen coming. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
First free throw is good. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. For 3, he was all over him.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And he's going to the free throw line.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Terrence Ross at the line for 2 shots, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Got it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Spurs have it. Parker to Wall. The Spurs with 4 in the shot clock. Parker. Tony Parker. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Lets it fly from long range, and he buries it. Jay, the system produces once again.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Missed the foul shot. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Going to launch beyond the arc and drains it.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
San Antonio ball. Wall to Parker. Wall. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. The crossover gets inside, and the slam dunk.
Okay, you don't get a 10 for style points, but it worked.
Parker with it. The deficit now up to 13. Lays it up and in.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Throws it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Parker into the front court. His guys trail by 13. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not that time.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Fires the three. Rebound Cousins. And that one out of bounds off a Spur. Deep three at the buzzer. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. It's the Celtics with the ball as we start this fourth quarter. And this game's been everything we could have hoped for. All tied up after three.
This is what happens when you have winners on both sides. People who are not willing to give up and will continue to scrape and claw to get themselves in the position to win this ballgame.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
To Nick Batum. Gets a look. Can't hit.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Walker with the basketball. His guys down three. Porter. To Batum. Trying to cash in. Nikola Batum. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Lets it fly from long range. Off the iron. No good. Yes! And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
From the painted area, won't go down. Into the front court, it's Walker. They lead it, 4-point game. Number 2. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Fires the 3. Won't go down. Shot from the lane, won't go. To Walker. To Towns. No, I missed a short one there.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Towns to Nick Batum. Won't go. Rondo with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Walker into the front court. Leads 4. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
He gets it.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. He'll run the offense. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, here's a next level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Rondo, defended by Towns. Second violation. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. The defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Blocked it. Knocked it away.
Oh! Some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Substitution being made in this one. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kemba Walker. It's Minnesota basketball. And Boston has the rebound. gets to the basket and scores.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Oh, he blocked it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Nicola Batum. He's 3 for 7.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Boston with the basketball. Rondo defended by Towns. Free throw try, off the mark. Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Thomas. From long range. Oh, they could have really used that one, but the shot's no good. Nice pass to set things up. Otto Porter, better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Working hard on the glass. Oh!
He blocked out with authority.
And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Up 5 seconds. Walker. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. They called a 3-second violation. And he's going to the line to shoot 2.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Karl Anthony Towns at the line for 2 shots. A career 83% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Timeout Boston. They're down big in this 4th quarter. And a chance here to empty their bench. It's Thomas. Not that time.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there. Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the 4th quarter. That's a 5-second violation. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
It's a victory for the Timberwolves as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.